Imagine stepping 20,000 years into the past. No cities, no money, no markets, just you, your skills, and a world full of unknown challenges. If you had lived in those ancient times, what could you have offered in exchange for something you needed? As we begin this journey together, we will explore how early humans relied on their abilities for survival, and how these abilities slowly evolved into the first forms of trade. And as we move forward, we'll uncover answers to questions that seem simple but shaped our entire civilization. Before any form of trade existed, early humans lived in small groups, sharing whatever they could find. But as groups grew and skills diversified, a new problem emerged. What happens when one group has something another group desperately needs? Stay with me, because as we progress, we'll see exactly how this simple problem led to one of humanity's greatest turning points. Imagine two early tribes. One excellent at hunting, the other skilled in crafting tools and clothing. A question arises. If you were there, which side would you belong to? And more importantly, how would the two groups benefit from each other? Keep that thought, because the answer isn't just about survival. It is about the beginning of something far bigger. This is where barter begins. Goods for goods, skill for skill. No currency, no numbers, only trust and necessity. But here's something interesting. How did two sides determine a fair exchange if there was no concept of value yet? As we move deeper, we'll uncover how early humans solved this puzzle and unintentionally invented the idea of value itself. Barter had one major limitation. What if you needed something from someone, but they didn't need anything from you? Imagine the frustration. You have meat, but they want tools. You want fur, but they want firewood. This imbalance forced early societies to get creative. Soon, they began asking, is there something universal we can all agree has value? We'll explore the surprising answers very soon. Certain items became universally desirable: rare stones, shells, obsidian, and colorful minerals. A question emerges. Why did humans suddenly begin desiring these objects even when they had no survival use? The more we uncover, the more we realize symbolic value was being born, and symbolic value would later evolve into currency itself. Something remarkable happened. The human brain began linking rarity with importance. Hard-to-find objects slowly became symbols of status and trust. Let's ask another question together. If you lived in that era, what kind of rare item would you choose to represent your status? Hold on to that thought, because it leads directly to the next massive shift in human history. Over time, these symbolic objects transformed from personal treasures into social standards. Communities began treating them as official exchange tools. But here's another mystery we'll solve together. How did people from different regions, different languages, and different cultures agree on the value of the same object? The answer reveals how humanity unknowingly created the first universal economy. By now, trade had evolved far beyond simple barter. Value was becoming standardized. Societies were becoming interconnected. Travelers could move between regions and still make exchanges. And all of this leads to a final question we'll uncover at the end of our journey. How did humanity go from symbolic objects to metals like gold and silver, and finally to money as we know it today? We're almost there. What began with survival turned into exchange. Exchange turned into value. Value turned into currency. And currency shaped everything that came after: cities, empires, economies, and our modern world. This is one of humanity's greatest turning points, and together we've traced its path from the very beginning.